guys, so welcome back to my series, JSK, just starting to know. In this series, I do DIYs, dress reviews, and everything in between. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a sun hat. Mostly these are used for classic and or country lolita, which I am a country lolita, so this is what I'm going to be using this for. And I'm going to be using the cheapest materials I can find just to show you that anyone can do it. So, I'm going to be starting off with this really cheap, really flimsy hat. Wouldn't be my first choice of hat. I like these more sturdy, almost woven hats, but this one will do just fine. I'm sure it will look okay in the end. This one is probably from the Dollar Tree or like a store like that, because it just feels really cheap in quality, and like with Lolita you don't really want to use the cheapest option, but if you have to, you have to. There's no judgment here. So I will be using this really cheap hat. I found it at Goodwill for $1, so I wouldn't pay more than $1 for it. If you want cheaper hats, like nice quality hats like this, I also found this one at Goodwill. And thrift stores always have sun hats. So find a hat you like of good size and that fits your head. This one doesn't really fit my head and it's kind of small, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. So I will be using this hat. You will need some type of glue. I'm gonna use hot glue just because it dries the fastest for me. But if you're a little bit more patient, E6000 super glue, anything you want, baby. I will be using some scissors, and then I will be using an assortment of laces and ribbons. Typically, you would pick ribbons that would match either a dress or some outfit you want to wear it with, but I am making this one to match one of my red dresses, this one right here. So, I'm going to use what I have on hand, which is going to be the cheapest option for me, but if you need cheap options, I know Dollar Tree has has ribbon at least. I know sometimes you can find it at the thrift store. Joann's has $3 bundles of like okay lace. I have it in quite a few colors and sizes. It's $3 and usually comes with between 3 to 7 yards of it, which is more than enough for a hat. I'm going to just be using an assortment of laces. I might end up using this one. I'm going to be using either one of these. I'm probably going to end up using this one, which was a Christmas ribbon, which you can find on sale a lot of the time during the year. So, keep on that. And I just have an assortment of laces down here that I might end up using, I might not. I also have flowers that I plan on using. I have white ones somewhere, but these ones are what I'm going to plan on using. I have more up there, but flowers you can find at the Dollar Tree. You can find them on clearance at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or any of those types of stores. I found these at a thrift store, so also go to thrift stores hunting for them. Sometimes you can find them. I will be using both the leaves and the roses because I love roses. Those are just my favorite. I even used Christmas flowers on these, which have like sparkles and stuff. So, to get started, take your hat, measure it, make sure it fits your head. Mine's probably not going to fit with the wig, so I'm probably going to have to add clips, but you know what? We're going to make it work, baby. So, I'm going to take some ruffly ribbon and I'm going to put it all around the edge of the hat just to make it a little bigger because it doesn't look very big on my head. This part is just trial and error. It's really just what you think looks good. Like, I think that looks perfect. So, I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to find a starting point, which typically will be the back of your hat. And then you will just hot glue. There we go. My floor's a mess, I know. Leave me alone. So I'm just going to go all the way around and glue it on. Typically with this kind of lace, with the already like hemmed bottom, it's pretty simple just to go all the way around the hat. It tends not to, I don't know, bunch. Unless you're like me and already have messed up. So, just go all the way around and do whatever makes you feel happy. I don't think I have enough of this. I have another one. I've used quite a bit of this already. I'm not having enough. Okay. Again, choose materials always what you have on hand, so if you have any family members or anyone who does crafting, they might have some ribbon to borrow or use. I assume they do back. But it's always nice to pass around. A lot of people have ribbon that they don't want anymore. They don't want to donate. I even know Facebook Marketplace has a bunch of crafts that you can find for very cheap at 5 or for free most of the time. You just have to go get it. I know for new Lolitas aren't usually built, but I'm not built yet. So I know that's really hard to do, but if you want something, you'll find a way to get it. Which is how I got into making my own lolita things. Okay, once you get to the end, you will take your scissors and you will just snip off a little past wherever you started. Then you will just glue this end to here. Try to make them line up as best as possible, not like whatever I did here. I'm just going to glue a little bit and glue it over here. You will get hot glue on your fingers. That's just a way of life. Okay, so this is my hat currently. I think it looks pretty okay. This is all about just playing with what you think you like and what you think looks good. This one isn't going to drape really well, so I'm not going to use it. Which one, ribbons like this tend to be a little harder to use. That's not enough to do anything with. What else do I have? It's all about just playing with what you have on hand. Oh, I have this really pretty baby pink lace. I wish I was doing a pink hat. I already have enough pink hats. I don't need another pink hat. But I'm just going to do what I did on this hat and make the border over top of it. I'm just going to use this lace instead of whatever I used on that one. I actually have one of these open at the moment, so I'm just going to use this. Which this one is from Michaels. It's about $10 or $5 a roll, and it's super pretty. I think it's going to be too big. Yeah, just a little bit, but with a little bit of ruffling, it should be fine. This one, you tend to get glue on your fingers when you ruffle, but always add more details if you can, because it just gives it that extra pop and it makes it look just a 10 times better. Okay, so to ruffle ribbon, which I don't know how well you can see this, you take your hot glue gun, dab a little bit of hot glue, pinch, and press into the glue. You can get those finger protectors that will protect your fingers, but my fingers are so numb at this point that I don't even feel the hot glue anymore. So I'm just going to go all the way around that, and I'll be back. So, my slightly used 3-yard roll was enough to do it, and still have some left over, and I did use some beforehand. So I'm just going to take this little bit that I have left that I cut off and ruffle it right here. And then, boom. Doesn't that already look better? Usually I would add like a ribbon or something around here, but I don't have a thin red ribbon at the moment. So I think I'm just going to leave it for now. Extra points if you go through and tack or glue this down just so it doesn't puff up, but I'll do that later because I'm lazy. But next I'm going to take whatever my statement color is, and I'm going to wrap it around the hat base just to give it a little color. There is some gapping, as you can see, but I am not bothered by it because I will just pinch it, glue, pinch, and glue it down. Doesn't really bother me. It might bother you, but that is on you, not that I care. So, this is your hat so far. If you want to glue lace or extra ribbon anywhere, you can. I am going to go ahead and add my flowers, which is probably the second to last step, just because, I don't know, I love adding flowers. It's probably my favorite part. So typically I will pull off whatever plastic piece is at the bottom and then cut this stem down to about yay high, and then drench it in hot glue so it stays, and then find a place you want to put it and stab it in. And there you go. Do that as many times or as few times as you would like to. You don't even have to add flowers if you don't want to. You could add just leaves, or you could add bears or toys or whatever you want to add, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. It's all it's about is that you like the hat and you are having fun. However you fancy, really. It's really just about adding whatever you feel is necessary to make it the perfect hat for you. Depending on if I'm gluing it to the top or bottom, I will put glue in different places, but other than that, there's not much to it. So, last but not least thing I typically do is I take my colorful ribbon, or white, depending on white or black or whatever. I will cut a long strip of it wherever my scissors went, which will probably end up cutting this down anyway, And then I will tie a bow. You have a bow. And I'm going to cut mine down just a little bit. Now you can heat seal the ends if you want to, but I don't have a lighter with me at the moment. And you can just play around till it looks good to you. I think this is pretty cute. And I'm just going to add it to, don't want the front or the back. Typically I would add them like up here just so it like stands out a little bit more. But I think I'm going to add one to the side this time. So you just shove hot glue on it and then shove it in the place that you want it to sit. Hell, if you even want to make these dangly and like long, like I did here, you can have like an extra little visual place. But I just want this one to be simple. That is my hat tutorial. And until next time guys, I'll see you later. Bye!